Hello, today I'll be showing you what a micropipette is, how to use a micropipette, and how a micropipette is used in real life. If you're thinking of a pipette is a less accurate version of a micropipette. A pipette measures things inaccurately, while a micropipette is very accurate in its measurements. The micropipette was invented by a German scientist named Heinrich Schneider. Before this invention, scientists had to resort to a sucking method on their pipettes, as shown in the picture. Micropipettes are one of the most common lab tools used for measuring small amounts of liquid. They measure microliters, which is equivalent to a millionth of a liter. In the field, micropipettes are commonly used in chemistry, biology, forensics, pharmaceuticals, biopharmaceuticals, and drug discovery. I even used micropipettes during my catalyst project, when I had to measure a precise amount of liquids to put in each centrifuge tube for DNA isolation. When first using micropipettes, you have to know the basics. There are three types of micropipettes you should know: the P10, the P200, and the P1000. Each micropipette will have a certain range of microliters that it can hold. For example, here it can hold 0.5 microliters to 10 microliters. The next part of a micropipette is the plunger rod. The plunger rod controls the amount of liquid that enters and exits the micropipette. For some micropipettes, for example this P1000, it can go over the limit. You do not want this because this is a mistake. It is not supposed to go out of its range. If you do this mistake, it will be inaccurate and may even destroy the micropipette itself. The plunger rod, which is a piston, sucks up and ejects fluid with your control. Now that you know the basics, you may start. Select the tip that fits your micropipette the best and keep your micropipette upright, as this will protect the micropipette from fluid getting inside the micropipette and will prevent contamination. Once you have your tip on, go ahead and spin the dial to whatever microliters you need. Once you have done that, you may push down to the first stop and place it in the liquid. Once you have sucked up the liquid, go ahead to the place where you're going to put your liquid in or on in this situation and gently press past the first stop to the second stop, releasing all the liquid. Make sure you do not press down too abruptly, because this could cause a splash to occur and cause you to lose some of your precious liquid. When you're done, carefully press the eject button. Be careful, do not press too hard because it may fly out of your unused tip jar and possibly contaminate your workspace. Here are some common errors and tips. For starters, you should always have a plastic top covering your micropipette tips, because without it, your samples could risk being accidentally contaminated. Make sure you pay attention to the volume that the micropipette holds. For example, if we have a P1000 micropipette, 17 on its scale would be 170 if you had an extra zero. But for a 200 micropipette, since there are three numbers, it would be 170 if it was 170. Just read it as it is. And for P20, make sure to add a decimal point after the first two numbers, because there are 3 digits and there are only 2 digits in microliters. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. Have a great day.